First and foremost, 1 to the power of any power is 1. 1 to the power of 10 is 1. 1 even if to the power of 99 is still equals to 1. So 1 to the power of anything is equals to 1. Okay, so a to the power of 0 is also equals to 1. This means that if you have, let's say, x to the power of 0, that's 1. Okay, 3 to the power of 0 is also equals to 1. Okay, this you probably learned in school. The most important is a to the power of -1. This means it's called a reciprocal. It means it goes from a numerator to a denominator. So 2 to the power of -1 is equals to 1 over 2. And if you have 3 over 4 to the power of -1, that will be equals to 4 over 3. I want to talk a little bit more about this negative power. This negative power, it means it just go from numerator to denominator and vice versa. That means, for example, if x, then y to the power of -1. This means that the -1 belongs to y only. So he will go from numerator to become a denominator like this. Okay? Now, if let's say you have x and then y to the power of -1 over z to the power of -2. This will just means that the y will go to the denominator and the z will go to the numerator. Okay, so negative power means goes from numerator to denominator and vice versa. This one, take note. Okay, when you square root means the power divided by 2. So when we square root 4 is equals to, actually we are square rooting 2 to the power of 2. That's why the answer is 2. Square rooting means you're dividing the power by half. So if I have x to the power of 16 square root, this will just means that it will become x to the power of 8. Power divided by 2. Okay, cube root means power divided by 3. 27 cube root equals to, I cube root 3 to the power of 3, that's why it's equals to 3. So if I need to cube root, even if my power cannot be cube rooted, right? This one will just be x to the power of 2 over 3. Okay, the power of 2 over 3. Alright? So even if you have negative power with another number, not necessarily 1, it will just mean it goes from the numerator to the denominator. 3 to the power of -2 is just equals to 1 over 3 square equals to 1 over 9. 1 over 3 to the power of -3. Always make the negative power go in first. So when your negative power goes in, the denominator becomes the numerator. So this becomes 3 to the power of 3 like that. Okay, and then this will be equals to 27. So the most important law of indices now is the negative power. That means it goes from numerator to become denominator. That's the most important thing. Okay, next one, a to the power of m times a to the power of n equals to a to the power of m plus n. This is because, let's say I have 2 to the power of 3 times 2 to the power of 2. 2 to the power of 3 is 2 times 2 times 2. 2 to the power of 2 is 2 times 2. So over here is become 2 to the power of 5. Yeah, it's because 2 plus 3. Okay, but the rationale is when you list them out, right, it will be like that. All right. So if you have 2 to the power of x times 2 to the power of 2, this will become 2 to the power of x plus 2. Okay, so when you have same base, you multiply, the power will add on. Same for vice versa. That means sometimes if you have, you'll see like there's a 3 to the power of 2x plus 1, right? You can do the other way around. That means you can also say that this is 3 to the power of 2x times 3. You will need this to form like maybe indices equations sometimes. Next, when you divide, the power will minus. 2 to the power of x divided by 2 to the power of 2 equals to 2 to the power of x minus 2. The other way goes around also. 3 to the power of x minus 1 is equals to 3 to the power of x divided by 3. It goes both ways. The only two things you can do to indices is when they have the same base. All these are called bases. Base. Okay? Now, if you have different base, but you have the same power, you can also combine them together. Something like 2 to the power of x times 3 to the power of x. This is equals to 6 to the power of x. The other way go around as well. So if I need to find 10 to the power of x, always look for 2 to the power of x times 5 to the power of x. Okay? Same thing. 2 over 7 to the power of x, okay, is equals to 2 to the power of x divided by 7 to the power of x. And when you have a power outside a power, the power will multiply. 2 to the power of 2 to the power of 3, this will become 2 to the power of 6. 2 to the power of half, and then to the power of 3 outside, this is equals to 2 to the power of 3 over 2. And then the last one, this one is also important. When you have a fraction kind of power, denominator go in first, followed by numerator. Something like 8 over 27 to the power of 2 over 3, it will be equals to, denominator go in first, which means 8 over 27 to the power of 1/3 first, and then the square on the outside. So to the power of 1/3 means we cube root. Cube root of 8 is equals to 2. Cube root of 27 is equals to 3. A square here. Basically make the number small first by giving the denominator inside. Then now we do the numerator, equals to 4 over 9. Another would be maybe something like 64 over 125, right? To the power of negative. You see, negative 1 over 3. So in this case, the negative, always make the negative go in first. So when the negative go in, the denominator become numerator over 125 like that. Okay? And then the power 1/3 here, then you will have 4 over 5. Okay, so these are the necessary law of indices that you need to know. Mostly important is the power -1. When you multiply the same base, the power will plus. When you divide the same base, the power will minus. Okay, and then this one.